Hi guys, so I have tried to do this video multiple times. It's a hell of a lot later in the day than what I would like to do this video because my battery on my camera wasn't loading. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon, which is a pain in the butt, but I'm going to do it anyway. And the second time I tried to film it, my tripod kept slipping, so it's being held up with blue tack. But I am doing, I'm going to try and do a series sort of thing called Does It Really Work? Or Does It Do the Job, I think is a better one. I think I'm going to call it Does It Do Its Job? Because I do have acne, I do have bad bags, I do have no eyebrows, I do have no eyelashes. I want makeup products that does its job, that does what it says it's going to do. So I have a foundation here that I am hoping will cover all of this for me. It is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. The packaging doesn't, the box itself, I don't think looks that pretty. It looks very old people perfumey, but oh yeah. The colour I got was Alabaster. When I take it out, it looks like it could be way too dark for me, especially considering I have very yellow undertones to my skin as well. I just feel like this is going to be way too dark, but we will figure that out as we go along. I can always lighten it up with concealer, even though I don't really want to. But yes, this says allergy tested, 100% fragrance free, moderate to full coverage. Natural matte finish. This foundation and concealer in one covers thoroughly with a lightweight feel. Naturally flawless look lasts all day. For all over coverage or use to spot conceal, and it says oil free. I've seen so many good amazing reviews on this for it covering people's skin amazingly, but none of them have acne from what I've seen. They may be out there, but it's just from what I've seen. I cannot find one where they have acne. And it's so frustrating. I'm trying to find reviews on it and that sort of thing, and I can't. And I have all of this on my face that I'm putting out to you guys, and I'm so insecure about it. But I'm doing this for you. I've already applied primer to this half of my face. I've moisturised and washed my whole face, and then I've applied primer to this half. And the primer I used was W7 Prime Magic Anti-Redness Primer Camera Ready. It's a very cheap and cheerful primer. This side of my face feels very smooth, this side it does not. I have more scarring on this side, and I have actual spots on this side. I have this thing on my lip that won't go. And I'm going to apply it with a brush on one side and a damp beauty blender on the other side. So I'm actually kind of nervous about doing this. The only thing that kind of puts me off is this. It's strange, but I like it at the same time. The applicator is very, very big on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pick that up, and I'll start on this side. I'll do beauty blender on this side. It's very, there is a smell and there isn't. It's so strange. This colour might be okay. I will do this side with the beauty blender. Okay. Wow. Okay, the colour is officially way too dark for me. But the coverage is insane. That was the tiniest amount of foundation ever, and it's covered pretty well. I mean, I'm going to have to blend down because I'm a lot paler than this foundation. I knew I should have got the lighter colour. But God, that was the tiniest amount of foundation. It did so well for covering, and it doesn't feel like anything. It's still very, like, it doesn't set quickly. It gives you plenty of time to play around with it. Let's just see how the brush does. I'm putting it in a few times and scraping it onto the back of my hand. This feels so strange. It's weird to have a nice coverage with hardly any makeup there. That was way too much I had there. I'm going to blend this out. Why do I keep going out of focus? Are you guys seeing this? I didn't think I'd ever find a foundation that did this. Well, which side I prefer, I don't know. I actually think the Beauty Blender just generally feels nicer to apply with. But the brush is so quick. Yeah, I think the brush did a better job at covering. There's no streaks and I think it filled my pores better as well, rather than the Beauty Blender side. As you can see, there's just less coverage on this side compared to this side in general. I like it so far. I do have dry patches around my nose and on my forehead and things like that. It's not overly clinging to them, no more than any other foundation would. But this does feel way too dark for me, and it's very strange. I'm very used to being, as you can see, I'm very pale. Yeah, no, the colour I think is probably way off. I think the coverage is better with the brush compared to Beauty Blender. So I'm going to take a bit more and... oh god! That was a lot more. Apply it over there, and then I'm just going to apply it next to my spot. I'm not going to put it directly on top of them, I'm just going to put it sort of in between them. Just to see if the coverage is that little bit more. I'm going to use my brush all over now because I prefer the brush with this. It's really effortless to blend, but the smell is so strange. It isn't a pleasant smell, to be honest. I'm just going to... it just blends so quickly and easily. Boom, covered, done. I really did not expect this to be that good. I mean, I normally use Kat Von D, and that's high coverage, and I feel like I couldn't live without that stuff. And admittedly, I still think that's always going to be my go-to, because when I have acne or anything, I quickly do a pump all over, then a pump all over, and then I'm done with foundation. But this still feels just as quick and just as good. I mean, Kat Von D smells better in my opinion, but I have a stuffy nose, so I do apologise. I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender to do the bits under my eyes. Wow, that worked really well. Worked really well all over my eye. That's insane. I am officially in love. Well, I'll see how in love I am towards the end of the day and see how it wears, because my Kat Von D one tends to wear here, because I'm always leaning on my face. I'm constantly rubbing a jumper or something up against my face and somehow taking my makeup off. I think that has worked really well. Admittedly, my under eye is not the way I want it to be. I am going to go in with a little bit of a lighter concealer here just to get that extra brightness, but yeah, I really like this. Strange. But I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup apart from highlighter and that, because I want to do also first impressions on this. I haven't actually seen any many product reviews on it, and it seems so pretty. The only thing that's daunting to me is this, because it's so orange. Saying that my face looks really orange now. No, it's not. It's fine. I'm very glowy. I don't know, the match isn't too bad. It seems to be okay, like bearable. I want to try this highlighter and the blush more than anything, so I'm going to do that along with my makeup after I've set everything in place. yeah, definitely transfers, definitely needs setting. But yeah, I'm kind of in love. I will be back in a minute once I have the rest of my makeup done. Hi guys, so I am back and it's taken me a hell of a long time to get ready. It is now 2:15. It took me quite a while because my eyelashes were not sticking for love nor money. I couldn't find my eyelash glue, so I ended up using the eyelash glue that comes with it, and as we all know, that doesn't normally work too well. This foundation is amazing. I added the tiniest bit of concealer underneath my eyes, which was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Banana Concealer, and that was all I needed. I usually use Dermalogical concealer over any acne spots to cover the redness of them because they're too hard to cover with just foundation. Or I tend to use that as the foundation, as the Dermalogical concealer, because it's so heavy duty. It's made to cover tattoos and that sort of thing. But I did set it with powder as well, just e.l.f.'s translucent setting powder. Once set with powder, it's fine. It still feels really lightweight, which is my main thing. I'm so glad it feels lightweight. And it doesn't feel heavy at all. It's really nice to wear. Right, so for my second first impression along with this video, once I've found it, what did I do with it? I am going to do the Naked Urban Decay Flushed palette because I'm really excited about it. I've been looking for a really good highlighter for ages. I'm going to try the blush first. Oh my god! There is actually a nail imprint in all of them now. The small little nail imprints from my nails where I grabbed it like that. Anyway, I love the look of this palette. I've seen so many people use it. I am going to try the bronzer, just see how it goes, warming up my skin. The foundation didn't oxidise whatsoever, and now that I have powder on, it blends really well into my skin. The colour is actually really good. I mean, I still look paler than my face, but I think that's just me in general anyway. I'm just going to take my Real Techniques all over face brush or whatever this is called. I don't know, it's rubbed off. I'm just going to swirl it around in the bronzer a little bit. It looks like it is slightly shimmery, nothing mad, and I'm just going to put that around here. It does just I don't know, I was expecting more of a, oh well, on camera it looks really good, but in person the colour payoff doesn't look as good. But oh no, it's fine. I think it's the brush I'm using, to be honest. This brush has seen better days. But no, I actually do like that bronzer. It's not orange overly. It generally looks really nice on, and especially considering I'm really rather pale, it does look really nice. I'm now going to go for this shade, which is, see, you can see the shimmer in them all, really. I'm now going to go for the blusher, and I'm using my Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm just going to put some product onto my brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to start here. Oh. Damn. I like that. I really like that blush. It's got a very small amount of glow to it, which just looks naturally pretty. Not that I'm natural in any way, shape or form. I'm going to use my Real Techniques setting brush. Swirl that about. I just feel like I get more product with this brush. See, I can't see a difference there. Okay. There is definitely a difference. My lighting in my bedroom has gone down a hell of a lot. May not look it on camera, but very hard to see. Let me just add, I'm just using my finger now because I just find it easier. It's a very subtle highlight, but I do actually really like this. I do really like it all, but I think it's just seeing how it wears. The foundation is definitely my favourite. This is still lovely, but it's very natural, which I'm not used to. I'm used to very, very, very strong highlight and all of that. I mean, my contour is still really strong. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the highlight is too natural or too much? You guys tell me. I do, looking at it now, closer up, I do like it. It's very naturally glowy and pretty looking. But yeah, that is it for now. I will stick my hair in a bit and I will actually get dressed because I'm still wearing PJ trousers. I have my top on, just no trousers. And I will check back with you guys a little bit later, in a few hours. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you in a bit. Right, hi guys, it is now 4:30. So it hasn't actually been on that long. I have put my extensions in. I will have a video on them soon. Ignore this lump on my lip. This spot just seems to be aggravating as anything. But it all still looks pretty good, except for obviously this, but that'll be me subconsciously scratching it. Yeah, it still looks really good. My blush is still there, the highlight is still there. It's all pretty good so far, and the foundation is holding up well. I haven't touched anything up, even though I think I will. I mean, it looks like it's coming off around here a little bit. I probably will touch that up just because that's my own fault. That's me sat there scratching my lip and picking at things and doing it all myself. So I will check back later on tonight and let you know how they are going. I'll probably only do one more check-in before the end, depends on what happens. So yes guys, that's it. Just let me know how you think it's looking. But like I said, I will touch this up real quick, and that should be the only touch up I need to do. Hi guys, so this is my last update of the night. It is now 8 o'clock and I haven't actually been wearing this foundation for what people would count as a full day because I had issues with my camera in the first place this afternoon, and I never really had a chance to do it properly. I never had a chance to do my makeup earlier on throughout the day. The blush is still on in my eyes. The light is very bright that I have, so it's very hard to tell. My blusher is still on. Foundation still looks really good. The highlight is still really good. I have been touching my face, picking up my face, rubbing my forehead, so that's why my spots are on show. I have been doing all of this and this, and it does transfer that great to you guys. I personally think this has held up really well, considering this side of my face is primed, this side is not. This side's held up better than this side, in my opinion. Yeah, it's now 8 o'clock and I normally take my makeup off now anyway. And if I'm going out, my makeup I'll put it on now and then leave it on for the night. Well, not the whole night, but you know what I mean. I think this has held up really well. I personally love it. I do feel like I'm not wearing any makeup. My face doesn't feel solid, like it's going to crack or anything along those lines. It just feels nice and like my skin. I like this foundation, I do. The only thing I cannot stand about it is it says fragrance free, but when I open it and use it a certain amount of times, or you keep opening it, you keep smelling it, it just starts to smell like old people. What I'd imagine old people perfume to smell like, and it's a smell I could not stand, and I was just done with the smell of it. It was just bleh. So that's the only thing I didn't like. Other than that, I love the foundation. To me, it's held up well. It's covered my spots and acne to the point of where I needed it to cover it. I didn't need it to be extra full coverage. I didn't use any of my high duty concealer. I didn't use any high coverage powders. I used translucent powders, and it's all held really well to me. Whereas any other foundation I use other than my Kat Von D will always be my holy grail. I think that, you know, it will always be the thing I need to walk out of the door in the morning. But this foundation was just really good. It's got the same coverage as Kat Von D, but feels lighter. I just prefer the smell and look of Kat Von D's in general. But I'd suggest going to get this if you have oily skin, dry skin, acne, no acne, because you can tone it down as well as tone it up. It can go from sort of a light, moderate coverage to a high coverage with spot concealing and that sort of thing. But other than a few things showing, just purely from me rubbing them and playing with them and poking them, it's held up well, and it hasn't gotten darker. If anything, it's matched my skin better. It hasn't oxidised in any way. So I give this foundation a huge thumbs up. I think it does do the job. I think it does the job it needs to do, and I think it's brilliant, and I will definitely be rebuying. So that's my true opinion. I'll see you guys later. Bye.